Good morning. All right, today is another storm alert weather day. So twofold factor, we have the risk for an isolated severe storm and also the chance for some localized flooding. Now, when we look at the severe outlook for today, it's a little bit greater than what we had yesterday. So we're at this level 2 risk. In fact, you can see this kind of large swath of the country, almost a C shape circling around here for your Thursday with that level 2 slight risk. So you zoom in and we're all covered up in that yellow color. So what are our risks then when we talk about your Thursday? Well, we will have a couple of rounds of storms that roll through, primarily impacting our counties in Tennessee and North Carolina. Less activity in Georgia and Alabama, but you are still included with that level 2 risk just in case one of those storms slides further to the south. Damaging wind gusts, that's going to be the primary threat. Lower potential, that very low tornado risk, and some isolated hail. Now, additionally, on top of that, we do have what we call a slight risk for excessive rainfall. This is that flood risk map, and that means with the chance of repeated storms, localized flooding will be possible, especially low-lying and poor drainage areas. And again, even though we're all under that yellow, the greatest chance is going to be for our northern tier. So with that in mind, that's where we have a flood watch in place until 1 o'clock this afternoon. Again, Van Buren, Bledsoe, Meigs, Ray, McMinn, and Monroe counties are all part of that flood watch. Now, there is very little happening outside right now. We have some valley fog, so you may run into some spots with poor visibility this morning. But as far as wet roads, few and far between. I mean, we have a couple of little spotty downpours in Gilmer County at this time, a couple of sprinkles, Bledsoe, Northern Ray counties. That's about it. What we're going to be watching over the next 2-3 hours, though, is what develops to the northwest of us. And you can start to see more lightning strikes showing up on here. As these storms continue to grow, that's what's going to move southward and kind of clip through our communities a little bit later this morning. So if you have an early morning commute, 5:30, 6, 6:30, even 7 o'clock this morning, there's not much to worry about. Again, just some of those patches of fog. It's once we get past 8 a.m. that we're going to see this storm kind of drop down from the north, and really notice how at 10 o'clock it really is mainly just affecting those northern tier communities as it pushes through. Now that kind of ranges, I'm going to say, from about 8 a.m. to noon, 1 o'clock. That dies down a little bit, slight lull period, and then we're going to have the chance for another round of storms to come through. Notice this one in the afternoon time. Once again, most of the activity happening north of Chattanooga. Less down to the south, and that's going to continue to move to the east and then run into Cherokee County, and then it's out of here for this evening. As we look further into the evening time, a few additional spotty storms will be possible. Now, there may still be some storm chances in Alabama and Georgia, but I think the greatest chance is going to be in Tennessee and North Carolina, and you can certainly see that when we look at futurecast rainfall as those swaths move through with those multiple rounds. Most of the heavy rain is located really to the north of Chattanooga or over into the east for Cherokee County, North Carolina. So with that, we are going to see quite the spread in our high temperatures today. I'm saying 88 in Chattanooga. Areas south of Chattanooga are going to be a little bit hotter, around 90 degrees. To the north with more rain and storms for you, a little bit cooler for those high temperatures. Tonight, 72, still a couple of spotty storms possible. It'll be muggy. And then tomorrow, 90, partly sunny, and another day with some scattered storm chances. But finally, we all get to breathe as we look ahead to Saturday and Sunday for your weekend. A couple of isolated showers possible still Saturday morning, mainly in Georgia and Alabama. But much of the weekend is going to be really nice, and that nice weather will continue on Monday and Tuesday of next week.